Psychological viruses are the biggest contributor of mental and emotional suffering. A lot of human suffering are actually avoidable. However, our education system has never taught us anything about how to handle our inner world, our thoughts and emotions. In the age of artificial intelligence, human awareness and managing our thoughts and emotions become the most important skill that every human should have. In my previous video, I have shared a very simple framework with you. It's a map of your inner world, your operating system. It gives you a clear understanding of your operating system. The psychological viruses that cause mental and emotional suffering are limiting beliefs, biases, extreme likes, unreasonable dislikes, fear and insecurities, weaknesses, and past unpleasant experiences. I have covered the first 5 in my previous videos. You can check it out here. Today, we are going to focus on weaknesses and past unpleasant experiences. Human strengths are positive character traits, skills and talents that enable success and growth. On the other hand, weaknesses are underdeveloped skills, blind spots, or negative behavioral tendencies that hinder progress. Let's look at some common human weaknesses. Behavioral tendencies are procrastination, risk aversion, or lack of discipline. Emotional vulnerabilities are short temper, low self-confidence, or fear of public speaking. Cognitive biases are overthinking, close-mindedness, or difficulty focusing. Situational misalignment is when a strength is incorrectly used. And financial management, spending tomorrow's money today, or having no savings for rainy days, which inevitably comes for everybody. Weaknesses are a psychological virus that only bring disappointment, frustrations, anger, jealousy, envy, sadness, regret, and potentially even depression. No weakness contribute to a pleasant or positive mental and emotional states or feeling. They only create inner unpleasantness and suffering within you. One major weakness that many people have about their weaknesses is that they become defensive and aggressive when other people point out their weaknesses. Weaknesses are often areas with room for improvement rather than permanent flaws. However, people with a fixed mindset will look at them as permanent flaws. But somebody with a growth mindset will look at their weaknesses as room for improvement. The biggest medicine for your weaknesses is to have a growth mindset. If you are somebody with a fixed mindset, your attitude will be, this is just the way I am. And you become defensive about it. In the context of evolution of life, a fixed mindset is against the evolution of life. And growth mindset itself is evolution. A person with a fixed mindset has a higher chance of suffering from mental health issues and can very easily experience unpleasant brain chemistries on a regular basis because of that. Having a growth mindset means that you want to improve and become better, and fortunately, not die the way you are. Growth mindset is absolutely essential for human well being and flourishing, for inner peace, inner success, and outer success. Dealing with past unpleasant experiences, unfortunately, is a tremendous weakness that most people have. This weakness has come because humans are pleasantness biased, which means humans only want the pleasant things, experiences, people, and situations in life, and they avoid or run away from everything which is unpleasant. Because of this weakness, most people do not deal with their past unpleasant experiences in a healthy way. When these past unpleasant memories arise in their mind, most people either forcefully suppress it or they use substances like alcohol or drugs to forget it, or they keep themselves so busy and distracted all the time, which is just running away from the unpleasant. Well, the reality is that you are not to be blamed. Our education system has never taught us a damn thing about our inner world, about how to handle our mind, our thoughts and emotions. It is the lack of education about the inner human system, about how to handle our mind and emotions, which is causing more pain and suffering in human lives globally than any other things. Your past unpleasant experiences are essentially mental folders which are open and running in your operating system, which are negatively impacting your day-to-day lives in ways that you cannot even imagine. This leads to unresolved issues and emotional baggage. The unpleasant truth is that avoidance does not equal resolution, meaning that running away from your past unpleasant experiences does not make them disappear. They often resurface, especially when you least expect them, and negatively influence your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Emotional residue or baggage happens when unprocessed emotions like anger, frustration, or regret create open mental folders which are open and running in the background of your operating system, and they consume a lot of mental energy and negatively impact your well-being. These unresolved issues can negatively affect your relationships, decision making, and your overall quality of life. You need to learn to release and let go of those emotional burdens. By doing so, you can close those mental folders which are open and running in the background. You can reduce those emotional baggage and enhance your emotional resilience and improve your relationships and overall quality of life and well-being. Bottom line is, these psychological viruses create an inner unpleasant environment which contribute to an unhealthy mind. An unhealthy mind only produces unpleasant brain chemistries. This is why you may be having a comfortable life on the outside, but within you it is not always very pleasant and peaceful. Dealing with your psychological viruses in a healthy way with positive and growth mindsets are absolutely essential for your well-being and flourishing. Courage and awareness are the two key ingredients which are needed to transform those psychological viruses into well-being and inner peace. In the age of artificial intelligence, this is the most important skill that every human being needs to cultivate. Hey, by the way, the content of this video is from my book, The Human Education, which is about understanding the design of the human system and learning how to operate your body, your mind, and your breath for your inner peace, inner success, and outer success. If you would like to explore deeper, please click the link in the description to get a copy for you. And if you are enjoying this video series so far, please subscribe and thank you so much for watching.